So we decided to focus on the complementary data on top of Nielsen TV ratings, which is audience attention. Because if you think about it, this industry essentially are trading audience attention, right? Attention is more important than TV ratings. Rating point is only about whether TV is on or not. It doesn't really track eyes on screen attention. If I'm able to track eyes on screen attention, that's complementary. It's not TV ratings, but it does add value on top of rating points. So that might be much interesting idea, and ABC Disney can actually sign up this on top of TV ratings, right? So I made that pivot, which might be the most important pivot of our company life. And after that point, I started to get traction in terms of the revenue.
So it's fascinating because I have 2 teenage daughters, and you see how they watch TV, and they're not watching TV; they're watching their phone while the TV's on in the background. So, how are you able to build a technology that kind of sees if they're paying attention to the TV for however long it is?
So one thing I do want to emphasize here is about 93% of the video spend time in the United States happens on the big screen, not small screen.
Okay.
A lot of people assume that people watch tons of the YouTube on the smartphone, which is true, but that's only 7% of the market, right? 93% happens on the big screen, which is very important, which is something we focus on. Mm-hmm. However, the big change here is people do watch more streaming. About 20% out of that 93% is already streaming, which is Netflix, Hulu, Roku. Even for those OTT platforms, 85% plus of the traffic actually happens on the big screen. However, it's different. It's not cable. So there's one big issue is how to track all of that, which we can get into later, but that's really how industry is shifting. Right. And regarding our technology, we developed a deep learning-based computer vision technology to really able to understand what's going on in the living room at second-by-second, person-by-person basis without any active involvement of the audience, which is fully passive. We think that's the best way to collect most authentic data in the living room, because no matter you force people to answer a phone call or click a button or answer a survey, it creates bias, right? Nobody likes those type of survey. So we come up with this much better method, which is fully passive, cannot be better than this, to really collect the authentic data at much more granular level, at second-by-second, person-by-person level, which is also impossible to do if you ask people to push a button. Nobody will push the button every second, right? So that's the technology, the core technology, core IP we have.
Is it the brand side that's kind of the key right now to sell to like a Pepsi or any major brand out there?
Yeah, because the good news is pretty much we work with all major US TV networks plus OTT platforms. That's good news.
Now, that acronym, so what does that stand for?
Over the top. It basically means the video is coming from something other than cable.
Like a Roku and a
Apple TV, Hulu, yeah, all of these new things, right? And it's growing much faster than live TV, as you can imagine. So the good news is we do have pretty much all the major players as our client. The bad news is there are not so many, right? There are only 5 or 6 big TV network groups. The OTT consolidation is actually much faster. So you only got 4 or 5 big guys. So we have to go to the buy side, basically brands. And we found that the large advertisers who really believe in the value of the brand equity typically really value our data, because more attention people pay. We found that we can improve all these brand metrics, such as brand attractiveness, purchase intention, recall, brand awareness. That's why they really believe in our data, and we help them to improve all these brand metrics.